I'm a heart surgeon who's watched patients die from foods they believed were safe. I've told families their loved one's heart failed not from age, but from arteries clogged with salt and chemicals from supposedly healthy soups and stews. Then I see commercials pushing these same products to seniors like you. What sickens me most? I've been offered money and sponsorships from billion-dollar companies to endorse canned meats and soups as senior-friendly. They wanted me to use my credentials to convince you these foods were good for your heart. I refused because I've witnessed too much suffering, too many preventable deaths. That's why I'm exposing the truth today. Some can damage your health and cut your life short. Others can rebuild your muscles, protect your memory, and preserve your independence. I'll reveal the 5 worst canned foods to avoid after 60 and the 5 best you should eat daily. Don't blindly trust me. Every study I mention is linked below. Read them yourself, because the companies selling these can profit when you stay uninformed. Where are you watching from? Tell us in the comments. We read every one. Worst 5. Number 5. Canned fruit and syrup. This looks innocent, marketed as easy fruit consumption. But for seniors, it's deceptive. 1 cup of canned peaches in heavy syrup contains over 30 grams of sugar, nearly 8 teaspoons dumped into a single snack. A large study in JAMA Internal Medicine found people consuming over 25% of daily calories from added sugar had double the risk of dying from heart disease. For seniors already prone to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, every spoonful accelerates decline. Gloria, 72, replaced cookies with canned peaches nightly, thinking she made a healthy choice. Within a year, her waistline expanded, energy crashed after meals, and her doctor diagnosed prediabetes. Only after switching to fresh berries and fruit packed in water did her blood sugar stabilize. The solution: only buy fruit labeled packed in water or 100% fruit juice, never syrup. Better yet, choose fresh fruit. Blueberries or sliced apples provide natural sweetness, fiber, and antioxidants without the sugar bomb. Worst 4. Canned soups. These are enormous traps. Labels boast low-fat, real vegetables, heart-healthy, but most overflow with sodium, preservatives, and flavor enhancers like MSG. 1 can of chicken noodle soup contains over 900 milligrams of sodium, nearly half your daily limit in one sitting. A clinical trial in hypertension found lowering sodium intake reduced blood pressure by 7 systolic points in older adults, enough to cut stroke risk by 25%. But canned soups spike your sodium dangerously high, causing elevated blood pressure, stiff arteries, kidney strain, and swollen ankles. John, 68, thought his daily canned chicken noodle soup was harmless. Gradually, he felt dizzy standing up, and his shoes fit tighter from swelling. His doctor warned his blood pressure spiked into the danger zone. When he switched to homemade soups with fresh vegetables, lean chicken, and herbs instead of salt, his blood pressure improved and dizziness faded. Avoid canned soups entirely, or choose brands labeled low sodium with under 140 milligrams per serving. Even better, make large homemade batches, freeze portions, and reheat later. Worst 3. Canned pasta. Canned ravioli, spaghetti, and macaroni appear quick and cheap, but they combine refined carbs, high sodium, added sugar, and low-quality oils. 1 can of ravioli delivers over 1,200 milligrams of sodium, plus more than 20 grams of added sugar, all disguised in innocent-looking tomato sauce. A study in Circulation found diets high in ultra-processed foods like canned pasta raised cardiovascular disease risk by 29%. Harold, 70, relied on canned spaghetti for easy dinners. Within a year, his blood pressure spiraled out of control, his waistline expanded, and he felt exhausted after meals. His doctor warned his blood sugar edged toward diabetes. After eliminating canned pasta and switching to whole grain pasta with homemade sauce, his numbers improved and energy returned. The refined pasta spikes blood sugar, causing energy crashes. Added sugars and oils fuel inflammation, attacking your heart and brain. Sodium overload forces your heart and kidneys into damaging overdrive. Worst 2. Canned meats. Spam, Vienna sausages, and corned beef seem like convenient protein, but they're packed with sodium, nitrates, and unhealthy fats that silently attack your heart, kidneys, and brain. One serving of Spam contains over 790 milligrams of sodium and nearly 17 grams of fat, mostly saturated. Robert, 66, loved Vienna sausages as easy snacks. Over time, he developed high blood pressure, constant bloating, and was hospitalized after a mild heart attack. His doctor connected the dots. Canned meats flooded his body with salt, preservatives, and fat. After switching to fresh, lean proteins, his swelling decreased and blood pressure improved. Sodium overload forces your heart to pump harder, damaging arteries. Nitrates transform into nitrosamines, compounds directly linked to cancer. Saturated fat builds plaque, narrowing arteries and starving your brain and muscles of oxygen. Worst 1. Canned chili and stews. These appear hearty and comforting, marketed as quick meals with beans, vegetables, and meat. But they combine the worst elements: ultra-processed meats, excessive sodium, hidden sugar, unhealthy oils, and preservatives. One can carries over 1,200 milligrams of sodium, 20 grams of fat, and often more than 10 grams of added sugar. A Lancet public health study found eating high levels of ultra-processed foods linked to a 62% increased risk of early death. Another in Circulation showed ultra-processed meat-based meals tied to 32% higher heart disease risk. Margaret, 74, loved canned beef stew. Within 2 years, she developed high blood pressure, joint pain, and constant fatigue. Her doctor warned the sodium, fat, and preservatives damaged her heart and kidneys. Once she started making fresh batches at home with lean beef, beans, and vegetables, her blood pressure improved and energy rose. Avoid canned chili and stews entirely. Make fresh versions using beans, tomatoes, spices, and lean meats. You'll get comfort and flavor without hidden toxins. Best 5. Canned chickpeas. These legumes are loaded with plant-based protein, fiber, magnesium, and folate, nutrients protecting your heart, stabilizing blood sugar, and strengthening digestion. A nutrient study found older adults consuming legumes like chickpeas at least 4 times weekly had 22% lower heart disease risk. Always rinse canned chickpeas thoroughly to remove excess sodium. Pair them with vegetables, olive oil, or lean protein. Best 4. Canned salmon with bones. Unlike most canned meats, it's loaded with protein, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, and calcium from edible bones. An American Journal of Clinical Nutrition study found seniors consuming fatty fish, like salmon, twice weekly had 30% lower heart disease risk. Carol, 73, had dangerously low bone density. After eating canned salmon with bones twice weekly, her bone scans showed real improvement within a year. Choose salmon packed in water with soft bones included. Best 3. Canned sardines. These small fish pack more nutrition per bite than almost any canned food. They're rich in omega-3s, vitamin D, calcium, and protein, while carrying far less mercury than larger fish. A nutrient study found seniors regularly consuming omega-3 rich fish like sardines had 35% lower cognitive decline risk. Daniel, 71, started eating canned sardines twice weekly. Within months, his joint pain decreased, energy improved, and concentration sharpened. Best 2 canned tomatoes asterisk. No salt-added canned tomatoes are loaded with lycopene, vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants. Canned tomatoes often deliver more lycopene than fresh because heating during canning enhances absorption. A Journal of Nutrition study found people with higher lycopene levels had 55% lower stroke risk. Always pick no salt-added version, though you control seasoning yourself. Best 1 canned black beans asterisk. These are packed with plant-based protein, fiber, potassium, magnesium, and antioxidants that protect your heart, regulate blood sugar, support digestion, and lower early death risk. Arthur, 75, struggled with high blood pressure and constipation. After adding rinsed black beans to meals, his digestion improved and blood pressure lowered within weeks. Always buy no salt-added canned black beans and rinse before eating. Now you know the truth. Foods marketed as comforting and convenient often quietly destroy senior health, raising blood pressure, fueling diabetes, weakening bones, and shortening lives. But chickpeas, salmon, sardines, tomatoes, and black beans are powerful allies that build strength and protect against decline. Every can you open either builds you up or breaks you down. You don't need expensive supplements. Just know which cans to avoid and embrace. Where are you watching from? Drop it in the comments. If this opened your eyes, hit like, share with someone who needs this warning, and subscribe. After 60, every choice counts, and the right choice means living not just longer but stronger.